Well, hello everyone, it's Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today we will be tying a super heavy, you can call it a Czech Nymph, Caddis, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of a Czech Nymph, but not really. And it is, like I said, super heavy. It's got 3 layers of underbody sticky back lead, and then it's got the biggest oversized black tungsten bead you can fit without crowding over the eyes. So super heavy. This thing gets down really fast. Not the greatest to cast, but great for like Euro nymphing and stuff like that. So alrighty. So like I said, really heavy fly. Just be prepared that you can't cast this one very well. So let's get tying. So in the vise today, we have a excuse me, Ahrex FW 541 in a size 8. Curved nymph, marvelous, very large. Going to be using some black nanosilk, some Semperfli sticky back flat lead. For the body, I'm going to be using some Semperfli Oliver Edwards Rhyacophilla. For the shellback, I'm going to be using some pearl shellback, Scudback from Hends at number 30. It's kind of a black green. And then for the rib, I'm actually going to use some Hends body glass in the Mico in black or green, whatever you have. Alrighty. And then at the front, you put in a set of little legs with some partridge or pheasant or whatever. Or Hungarian partridge is what I prefer. So put on the biggest black bead you can get on your hook that doesn't cover your eye. So whatever size you're using, just go the biggest bead you can. You want lots and lots and lots of weight on this one. So I'm going to come right down almost to the vise. And just set this off to the side for now. Then I'm going to get my sticky back flat lead. Just so you guys can see. I don't know if you guys know it, but so that's lead on one side or lead substitute, and then just like a sticky glue on the back. So I'm going to start off right at the corner here, and I'm going to, in touching wraps, come all the way forward. This is a tank. I mean, it's super heavy, this fly. Okay. Once, and then I'm going to come up a turn and a half or so. It's definitely in the Czech Nymph style. And then I'm going to do it one last time. Come up a little bit again. Okay. So that gives you your weight base. And I like leaving, you see how I've left a little bit of a gap there between the the bead and the weight. There is a reason for that. Just because I know I've got to end with my body there. I've got to end with my shell back there. And I want to put in the legs. So, excuse me for the frog in my throat. Have a little drink. I don't usually do this on camera, but... So, I am going to start off with the last thing first. Last thing will be my body glass. The last thing I wrap. So, get it started and then give it a really good stretch. Just so it doesn't make it any thicker. And come right around that corner. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll take my little little magnet, right? These, I just buy these in an 8-pack or a 6-pack at the dollar stores for like $2. Way better than paying $20 for a loon one. So, alrighty. Next will be my shell back. So again, I'm going to come all the way forward. Now I could just tie this in at the back end, but I like keeping all my materials stacked like this because it just keeps a nice even body, right? So, okay. Get that under the magnet as well, just to keep it out of the way. Take my Rhyacophilla green. That tied in there. And then keeping it up on top. I'm just going to bring it all the way back around that corner. And then I'm going to really crank on it to get this as even looking as possible. Okay. Now just nice and tight at the back end. The stuff doesn't stretch much, but it does stretch a little bit, so. I'm just loosening it off ever so little as I come forward, just to get it thicker. So, right in behind that bead. Nip that off as close as you can. That's when it helps to have a good pair of Renomed scissors, nice and tight. You can get right in there. Okay, now I'm going to take a feather off of my neck here of the bird. Just going to strip off all that fluff from underneath. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can either go in and put it in by the tip and palmer it, or you can go in and cut out the center. Go out and cut out the center like that, and then just lay this in there and tie that. And then take a look what it looks like. Not too bad. I want to pull these down just a bit because I want them underneath more. So, there we go. Okay. And then I just go in nice and tight and nip off my excess. Give it an extra turn or two. Take my shell back. Just get one or two good turns and then just give it a good pull. Okay, and then go in front, go in top, in front. And then I'm going to take my ribbing material and I'm going to go nice and tight. This stuff stretches pretty good, so just go nice and tight. Don't trap any of those legs. So when you get up there, just take your time. Make sure you don't trap those legs. It does take a bit of messing around to get past them sometimes. And sometimes what I'll just do is I'll just grab my bodkin, because I've got these big clodhopper hands, and just make sure that when I come around that those fibers don't get caught. And I'll do one more. Oh, that one went even better. Look at that. And again, just keep those legs out of the way and then come in front and do a tie, one round right in front there. Three on top, a couple in front there. Give it a really good pull. And nip off your I'm not the happiest with the way these legs turned out. No, that's a little bit better. That's a bit better. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab my whip finishing tool, give it one set. A little bit of Sally's in your life. Woohoo! A little bit of Sally's on the thread. Oops. And tie that off. Give that a nip. And then sometimes what I like doing is I like just grabbing my Velcro brush and just giving this a bit of that Rhyacophilla material, a bit of a brush out. Now you could do that prior to putting on the rib, but I like doing it after. So just to get it a bit more buggy. And when this gets wet, this will all fold down and look more like legs hanging underneath, right? If you've got a couple that are like, you know, bugging you, just take your pliers, your tweezers. These are from Renomed. Just go grab them and just pick them out. If there's a couple that you don't like because they stick out too far, they, like I said, I don't really concern myself about it because they will fold over when they get wet. Now, the last thing you can do if you like, and I do like, is take some UV resin, like a Gulf Thin Mint or a Semperfli No Tack. Sorry, I haven't used this Gulf Thin Mint in a while. And just along that Scudback, pearl Scudback from, maybe this stuff actually dried up. It's been a long time since I've used this one. Give that another shake. Let's see. It hasn't dried up, but it ain't Thin Mint anymore. So just make sure that pearlized Scudback is completely coated, because it's the weak spot. It's the piece that will break. If anything's going to break, come off from the fish's teeth, that's what it's going to be. Okay, just give it a bit of I like hanging it upside down for a sec to make sure it gels the right way. Put that back up, just zap that, and we're done. It's a great little caddis pattern. Super, super heavy, as you guys can see, is the amount of underbody lead I put in it, and then this big tungsten bead, oversized tungsten bead. This is not a fly to cast for a mile. This is definitely a European Euro nymphing, Czech nymphing style of fly. You can cast it a little ways, but you don't want to be casting this thing a long way. You'll end up smacking yourself in the back of the head. So, righty. See if I can focus in on that a bit. There you go. So, that's it. It's my little super heavy caddis. So, righty. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, give her a thumbs up. If you've subscribed, awesome. If you haven't, please consider doing so. I'll see you guys in the next time video. Tie lines, everyone.